Alright, what's good, y'all? I'm back with another video. Today we're doing the lightest basketball shoes out right now. As you can see, I've got a wide variety of basketball shoes in the back. And eventually, after doing enough sneaker reviews, I ended up buying a scale so I can individually weigh each shoe because I didn't want my opinion on the weight of the shoe to be skewed based on if I like the shoe or not. So I feel like a lot of times I'd be like, if the shoe performs well, if it has good traction, if it looks cool, I might be like, all right, the weight isn't too bad, and kind of put that factor aside. Or say it's lightweight when it's average weight just because I like the shoe. And genuinely, I just have no clue because I'm going based off feel. So this was a 100% more accurate way to be able to figure out whether a shoe is light, heavy, overweight, and whatnot. Because I want to give y'all the best and most quality content possible out there. All right, so before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. The channel's been growing smooth. I've been basically dropping videos every day. I think in the last 2 weeks I've had a video every day except like 2 days or something like that. So pretty solid streak. Also just got this account monetized, so in theory I should probably be posting more or the same consistency. Let's get straight to it. Up first, some information that you need to know before we get into it. So the average weight of my size basketball shoe is about 370 to 400 grams. For all the shoes I've weighed, that seems to be like the medium weight for an average shoe. So for this video I wanted to get any shoe that was under 340 pounds, not pounds, 340 grams and below. And if you've been tuned in, I'm sure you already know what shoe is the lightest, but there's a lot of other good options on this list. Some are expensive, some are cheap, so you get good variety. So first on the list, coming in at 337 grams, is the AD Select 2.0. And really the only reason I bought these is because I knew they would be extremely light, and I thought they looked cool. If anybody has a plug on possibly getting me a pair of McDonald's All-American AD Select 2.0s, please let me know. That light blue colorway is super smooth. There should be a full review of these in my shorts. If not, I'll post it soon. But this is a solid shoe. I like it. It does run big though. I guess Adidas has a sizing issue that I never really knew about till now. Everybody says that like a lot of their shoes run long. The Donovan issue 6s definitely run a tad bit long. People say that Hardens and the AE1s run long, but honestly I've had no issues with those two. These definitely fit like a little big. I would definitely go a half size down with these. And these only have 4 lace holes, not including the bottom. And I just wish they had like an extra one or like a lower place to put the laces because I want to make my shoe a little bit more secure. This is a great budget model when I got them for like $60 on Adidas website. Other shoe coming at the exact same weight and a fan favorite, the Kobe 8s. Specifically, the ones with the thin tongue of the protros. Kobe 8 protros with the fat tongue are coming in at 30 grams heavier than every shoe on this list, minimum. Another reason why I prefer the thin tongue, and I don't think the extra padding on the tongue makes the shoe any more comfortable in my opinion. It's never dug into the top of my foot or anything like that, so it just doesn't make sense. I could rant about this all day, but I had the biggest issue with these shoes coming back as a protro with a fat tongue because everybody knew the Kobe 8s for being an extremely light shoe, if not one of the lightest shoes out there. And now they made them basically like an average weight shoe. They're like 360 to 365 grams. Makes no sense in getting a Kobe 8 at that point. I wanted this colorway specifically when I was in high school, so to be able to get them as an adult, and resale wasn't that high, it's a great feeling. I did roll my ankle in these, first time playing in them though. So if you have weak ankles, bad ankles, throw on an ankle brace, or just stay away from these because they're really low cut. Up next on the list, we have another fan favorite and a pretty expensive shoe, Kobe 6 reverse crunchers, and any other Kobe 6 model for that part. Unlike the Kobe 8 protros, there's no like difference in weight in different colorways and such and such. If it is, it's like a minor 5 grams. Another shoe that if you've been tuned in, you've seen a lot. This is on my top 5 shoes of all time. One of the go-tos for dunk contests, hooping, traction, anything that I need in the hoop shoe, this shoe does for me, and I think they look great on top of that. To be able to have snakeskin on a hoop shoe is a very unique feature, and I feel like they don't add a lot of details like that on newer hoop shoes they make nowadays. They will run you about $400-500, maybe even more, so just, hey. This is a list of the 10 lightest shoes in my collection. I have 9 physically in hand. There's one pair I'm missing. I had them before. I returned them though. Not because they're bad, but I made hella Nike IDs of Sabrina 2s. So I was like, I don't really need this base colorway. I didn't really like the black and purple anyway. I didn't think it looked ugly, but just compared to all the Nike ID colorways that I had made and how they look, it's like those purple ones are never gonna get worn. But those come in at 334 grams, which is another lightweight shoe. They made those 30 grams lighter about than the Sabrina ones. They have a wider base and are a little bit lower to the ground, so a big upgrade from the Sabrina ones, even though I like the Sabrina ones as well. Both are solid shoes, but definitely check out the Sabrina 2s. And honestly, they'll eventually go on sale, so if you can get those for the low, in colorways especially that you like, please do. Or if you want a Nike IDM, the $160 is definitely well worth the money. Alright, so we're finally cracking the top 5 of the list, and up next we have another OG pair and another pair of Kobe's. Nike's doing something with these Kobe's, man. Another one of my childhood grails that I wanted so bad, and I actually had when I was in college. I wouldn't really say childhood because they came out like my freshman year of college. I got them back then on sale for like $90, but I got them a size big because they ran out of them, but I really like the colorway. So I was like, you know what, I don't care. I'll double, triple size, try to make it work. Very dumb decision, but I wanted the shoes. Don't even have them no more or know what happened to them, but I bought another pair on eBay. I bought another pair on eBay recently just because of how much I liked them, and now they're in my size. These are coming in at 332 grams. On a clean court, these shoes are very elite, but honestly, anywhere else, you're probably out of luck. Durability isn't the best, and the grooves are just really small on the bottom of the shoe, and it's a translucent bottom, picks up a lot of dust, and you'll be out there sliding them, not gonna lie. This is one of those shoes I go when I have like a light run or something, where I go up to the gym that I usually go to, know the competition's not the best, and I just want to throw these on or something, or if I'm just shooting around, getting a little workout in. Next on the list, a shoe I just recently did a sneaker review on, that's the GT Academies, or the GT Cut Academies. This is a CHBL colorway. Before you ask, it's on Go. It did not release in the US or on the Nike app. This is another cool shoe. My quick little summary of it, everything was solid, traction is great, but the tech is pretty minimal. They did the 4-foot zoom unit really weird. They did it up and down instead of horizontally. In my opinion, the zoom air felt dead, which wasn't a huge problem for me. I still liked hooping in the shoe, but it was just like, dang, I kind of wish I had that zoom air there to, you know, help. Cool shoe though, nonetheless, and this colorway looks really good. Next on the list, another GT Cut, but the actual GT Cut, the GT Cut 3. This is also in the CHBL colorway. I thought this colorway was better than a lot of other colorways that they dropped. So I went on Go, paid a little bit extra bread, and got these online. Because I actually really do like the performance on these shoes. And with this being one of the only colorways with a solid rubber outsole, I feel like the traction is a little bit more consistent. Traction on GT Cut 3s overall is really good, but I just feel like sometimes on dusty courts and stuff like that, you kind of got to wipe a lot. Didn't really have as much of an issue with these. If I were to give them ratings though, I'd probably give the regular GT Cut 3s a 9 out of 10 and these like a 9.5 out of 10. I feel that that little gap right here of no traction in the middle of the shoe does kind of make a difference. The GT Cut Academy seem to have a little bit more consistent traction in both models, the translucent and the solid rubber. These come in at 329 grams. Alright, so we're finally cracking into the top 3 of this list, and honestly, I was surprised that one of these shoes was in the list, and they honestly might be a little bit lower on the list. They still would take second place, but they would be very close to 1. We'll talk about that a little later. When we get into number 3 on the list is the Kobe AD NXT 360. I'm sure this didn't shock many people either, coming at 327 grams. The shoes on the list stayed in a very similar like range from like 339 to 330, barely breaking the 320 range for a lightweight shoe category. So that's looking about what the lowest Nike usually makes of their shoe. This is also one of my favorite Kobe models of all time. I got these at Foot Locker, not this specific pair, but the original pair I had before or during COVID. I loved them. I wore them literally till they got holes in the front of the shoe and everything. Durability on these, just like most Kobe's, not good. It's got a sock-like upper, so whatever part of the shoe you're gonna put the most pressure into, eventually you're just gonna kind of bust through it. The traction seems to kind of wear very quickly on these shoes as well. It's a very interesting traction pattern where they just made like multiple divots on the bottom of the shoe, just made a ton of them going across. But eventually over time, some of those break off and they just get duller and lower. Sharif Cooper made these extremely popular. I remember I wore them in a video and everybody's like, those are Sharif Coopers, Sharif Coopers, Sharif Coopers. Don't even know the name of the shoe. They're going for like $500, $600, $700 plus new. A lot of OG shoes on this list, man. Nike don't make their shoes the same way no more. Number 2 is the KD6. If you were into basketball and sneakers during this time, man, what a time to be alive. These were them things, bro. If you had a pair of KD6s, you was hooping in them, walking around in them. You had a pair of cargos. You might have had a matching Nike shirt to make a whole little fit out of it. I low-key got some OG pictures. I'm trying to decide if I want to throw them in the video. Because it's low-key bad. But I had the KD6 cargo drip. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was looking fly out there. My first pair of these with the Ligers, I got them to hoop in, but I liked them so much, bro. You know it's a cardinal sin to wear your hoop shoes outside. I was walking around in them during school and then lacing them up for practice, bro. It was the worst feeling ever, but I looked fly. Eventually they got scuffed up and stuff like that, and I stopped wearing them in school though. Overall, this shoe's performance is not the best at all, if I'm being 100% honest. Durability of the lace holders scuffs really easily. If you lace them tight enough, you'll literally pop through the lace holders. These are really narrow shoes, and your ankles will suffer. It's not a question of if, it's just when. Colorways were amazing, design was amazing. Nike back then used to do its thing with these. This is another shoe I got, I loved. I spent like $300 on them. I'm at a local shop in my city and they showed love and gave me a solid price, but I will not be hooping in these. I'll go shoot around in them. Probably would never even dunk in these. And yeah, they're purely for looks. I might just go work out in these tomorrow if I'm being 100% honest. They're coming in at like 305 grams. The average weight I go off of is a size 9 shoe for those that may wear the same size as me. But you know, everybody don't got common sense. If I'm saying the weight of the shoe, that doesn't mean if you wear a size 15 that that's going to be the weight of your shoe. Weight varies by size. But if a shoe is lightweight in my size, it's going to be lightweight in your size as well. These are 9.5 though. The average shoe I usually wear is around a 9. They're 305 grams at a 9.5. I'm assuming they'd be a tad bit lighter, a half size down. So hey, they might have broke the 300. And I also believe the OG Kobe 8s were below 300 grams, or like right on that barrier. I don't have any OG pairs of Kobe 8s right now though. I just can't justify spending the money on them knowing they're like 10 years old and they're gonna break. So if I get a new pair, I'm gonna spend a bunch of money. If I get a used pair, it's just really hard to find in good condition. The next shoe on this list destroys the 300 gram barrier. As you can see, we didn't have anything under 300 for the lightest shoes out right now, but this shoe right here, the Leaning Gamma 1, my favorite shoe, arguably all time now. I hate to put my GT Cut 1s aside. I might need to go like a week straight of just wearing GT Cut 1s so I can fall in love with them again, because those are my babies. These are the ones, bro. They're coming in at 288 grams, extremely lightweight, carbon fiber plate, amazing traction, carbon fiber heel counter, like a TPU yarn upper, boom cushioning system. Everything that you need in a basketball shoe, if I'm being 100% honest, besides this one part. They're $499 retail. Resale is lower if you go on wildsoles.com. I've linked it in the original sneaker review I did on this page. You can get them for about $350. I almost ordered another pair, but I ended up ordering a crazy colorway of the Way 10s today. So stay tuned for those to come in. I'm not going to tell y'all. You might be able to guess it, but yeah, I was either do that or get another pair of these. I already have a pair of these, the Way 10 content, and that colorway will probably do smooth. So I went with that one. But yeah, that's all for today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Honestly, I'm just going to do the inverse of this video later, and I'm going to do a heaviest basketball shoes in my collection. I'm pretty sure I've went through it already though, and the Anthony Edward ones are the heaviest basketball shoe I've ever worn. Heavier than foam posits, heavier than Jordan 11s, and they're heavier than both models of the Harden 7s and 8s. But I'm going to save all that content and stuff like that for that actual video, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you liked the video, you stayed the whole time now, you might as well comment TC2 in the comments. Let me know you stayed the whole time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. More videos to come, more bangers. And as always, if you have any shoes you want to see, any videos you want me to make, drop them in the comments. I got you. I'll take the time to make those videos for you. As long as you watch them. Don't ask and don't watch the videos, man. You're going to piss me off. But I'll catch y'all, man. I'm out of here.